I love Kellogg's Frosted Flakes. And I just know someone's going to find out.
What type of adult would come forward and admit to eating a kid's cereal?
I don't just love them, you see. It's more of a craving, a visceral sort of desire.
That sweet crunch in cold milk is a taste no adult can resist.
Honestly, I never even touched the stuff.
Yes, he does.
I'm sold. Kellogg's Frosted Flakes have the taste adults have grown to love. They're great.
Available dual airbags and anti-lock brakes. Mercury offers them on Grand Marquis and Sable. And now, lease Mercury Sable. Sleek, responsive, comfortable, for a low payment of $299 a month. Or Mercury Grand Marquis, room for 6, V8 power, at just $399 a month. Mercury Sable and Grand Marquis, where savings and safety run side by side. All this and the quality of a Mercury.
Because I color my hair, how I take care of it makes an incredible difference. Now I have L'Oreal's Discovery Color Vive Technicare Conditioner. It has an ultraviolet filter that protects and cares for my hair, so my color stays truer, longer. Color Vive Technicare gives me the special care I need to keep my color alive. Color Vive Technicare by L'Oreal. And I'm worth it.
What's got into that cat? Friskies!
Oh, what was that?
Great tasting Friskies, filled with energy-producing nutrients to bring out the frisky in your cat.
Where'd he go?
What's got into that cat? Friskies!
Wow!
New chocolatey brownie a la mode from Weight Watchers.
The NBC Monday Night Movie will return following these messages.
It was their dangerous game.
There's no other feeling like it.
A deadly fantasy played with innocent lives.
What's that on your jeans? Is that blood?
But if the game goes too far,
What if my parents were dead? It'd make a hell of a lot of points, wouldn't it? It's the ultimate.
would they hurt those they love most?
This is not a game, damn it. This is real life.
Cruel Doubt on NBC Sunday.
Tonight on Game 5 News at 11.
Not everybody likes this group's music, but is what they sing so offensive it should be kept away from children? At 11, what action a Snohomish County grandfather took to get the album out of the library. Also at 11, the two struggled to stay alive after the 16-foot sailboat capsized. But when the Pierce County man and woman made it to shore, the fight for survival had to continue. Their story tonight. And playing catch with a satellite in outer space. Is a third try a success?
The grandkids are coming over this afternoon. So Sally is making her special homemade ice cream. It's a closely guarded family recipe using only the finest, freshest ingredients. Sure, doing things the old-fashioned way does take a little extra time, but it's worth it. Because it keeps the greedy little rugrats away from her Dryer's almond praline. Dryer's, evidently it's not your normal almond praline.
There's one thing my brother and I agree on. To make a tender steak sandwich, the steak has to be lean sirloin.
Sliced thin.
Introducing the thin-sliced sirloin steak sandwich at Jack in the Box.
Like I said, the steak has to be lean sirloin. Excuse me. I'm ashamed to call you my brother.
We take lean sirloin and slice it thin so it grills up nice and tender. And right now, when you buy one thin-sliced sirloin steak sandwich, you get a second one for just 99 cents at Jack in the Box.
When you get BP Super, you get more than our highest octane. Like all BP gasolines, you get the highest level of cleaning power for your engine, which is why we can guarantee our gasolines won't cause fuel system problems of any kind. Something you'll really appreciate during the spin cycle.
Seattle area Exxon stations are now BP. Over 40 new locations to serve you better.
I have this fantasy where Steve takes me to this very romantic place for a candlelight dinner in his Nissan Pathfinder. We sit at a table for two that has this really nice view.
A baby survives a wild ride on top of a car tonight at 11.
Kindergarten Cop continues, starring Arnold Schwarzenegger and Richard Tyson.
On Tuesday, May 12th, television history will be made. The beginning of the end of In the Heat of the Night, where Gillespie and Tibbs find themselves on the other side of the law.
This could be the end of your professional career.
You're the one responsible for that man's death. How could you possibly think the chief and I are guilty?
Disgraced, imprisoned, and on trial for their lives.
I'm scared to death.
It's the ending you thought could never happen.
I don't know how I'd vote if I were on that jury.
A television event you cannot afford to miss. The final Heat of the Night starts Tuesday on NBC.
He was touched out for Olympic gold by inches in L.A. 4 years later, when he didn't even make the Olympic team in the event he holds the world record, he retired. After his mother's death last summer, Pablo Morales, at the age of 27, decided to give his Olympic dream one last chance. With his father clutching his late mother's photo, Morales miraculously made the 92 team. Pablo Morales, one to watch during the Summer Olympics on NBC.
The #1 book in America today is about to become the motion picture of the year.
My husband may be dying, and I may be dying too.
My parents have been beaten and stabbed.
A father murdered.
This guy was clubbed and stabbed in his own bed.
A mother left for dead.
Who in the world would want
The closer she comes to the truth,
What I want is to find and kill my husband.
There is something really weird about that kid.
the more frightened she'll become.
I want to know all there is to know.
Did a mother and father become the victims
Set on your jeans. Is that blood?
of their own children?
He planned to kill his own mother. Chris had nothing to do with this.
The truth. From the author of Fatal Vision and Blind Faith comes a psychological thriller based on a family crime that haunted every American newspaper.
This is where we put the cuffs on him and take him away.
You gotta do something or I'll do it myself.
I know that you are innocent.
My God.
Blythe Danner, Ed Asner, Dennis Farina.
May God forgive you.
The cruelest fact of all, it really happened. Cruel Doubt, NBC Sunday.
Wednesday, it's a new unsolved mystery. Help a father find his kidnapped son. Plus, viewers help catch a double murder suspect. New Unsolved Mysteries, NBC, Wednesday. For 9 outrageous years, Night Court has made us laugh like never before. But Wednesday night, it all comes to an end.
Court's adjourned.
It's a special hour of smiles, hugs, and farewells.
Bye, Harry.
Some will stay, and some will go forever.
You're aliens.
The surprising final Night Court, NBC Wednesday. It's America's funniest leap when Bob Saget takes on Sam in a romantic tug-of-war that could cost them their lives. All new Quantum Leap, NBC Wednesday.
You've waited, and Thursday, at a special time, Whitley gets married. The only question is who? The different world you've been waiting for. Then, it's Woody's wedding. One problem. I hate weddings.
Don't make me hit you.
The different world and Cheers. 2 wedding finales, 2 one-hour specials, NBC Thursday.
What a day Thursday was. All our lines were lit up. Things were crazy, and we were waiting to hear from Bob about that Larson account. Have we heard from Bob yet? But we didn't miss an order, because with voice messaging from US West, our customers always reach us, even when all our lines are busy. And we can leave voice messages for each other. That's how I got Bob the info he needed to land the Larson order.
Order US West business voice messaging and get our 90-day money-back guarantee. US West Communications, making the most of your time.
In 1922, Fred G. Meyer had a time-saving, money-saving idea that's as good today as it was back then. We're saluting him by bringing you our Founders Day sale. Absolutely our biggest and best sale of the year. Plus, you can enter to win a trip for 4 to Disneyland. Fly courtesy of Morris Air Service with low fares to Salt Lake City and other destinations. You'll stay 3 nights at the Anaheim Hilton and Towers. Enter with Fred Meyer during Founders Days. Absolutely our biggest and best sale of the year.
Is it this one? Or is it this one? Could it be this one? Or this one? Experts say 1 in every 2 trucks on Western Washington roads has bad brakes. Even with good brakes, how long would it take a fully loaded truck to come to a full stop before hitting you? Find out what you should know about big rigs with bad brakes. Tuesday on King 5 News at 11. Because it might be this one.
On a recent Tuesday morning, the toaster in the Davis household
Uh-oh.
took over the Eggo waffles. just a bizarre toaster malfunction? Or could that crisp Eggo taste be so irresistible that even the toaster won't let go?
There go my ego.
Maybe it finally wised up. Maybe it realized what a great taste it was giving up all these years. Or maybe
Maybe I got a good deal on a trick toaster.
Eggo waffles taste too good to let go.
Suddenly, color takes you where you've never been before.
It's showtime.
All the way to remarkable.
CoverGirl presents new remarkable lip color.
Discover more passion, more depth, more color to the color.
A micro-concentrate formula, lip nurturing vitamin E.
For the richer look of more color.
Take your lips all the way to new remarkable lip color.
Discover more color to the color.
That's it, folks.
CoverGirl, redefining beautiful.
Oh, that must be the pizza.
What happens when you add 25% more meat toppings to a Pizza Hut Meat Lovers pizza?
Excuse me.
You've taken a rather large piece, Violet.
You may not want to share.
I think I got this first.
Oh,
Hey, wait
this is my house.
So why fight? Buy one medium Meat Lovers pizza for $8.99 and get any other medium for $4 more.
You can run, but you can't hide. I don't care if it's your house.
Now freshen your carpets with new Glade Carpet Potpourri for pet odors, with absorbent baking soda and a fresh new Glade Potpourri scent. New Glade Carpet Potpourri for pet odors.
For those who appreciate the finer things in life, now comes the new Hoover PowerMax. The first cleaner with built-in tools and hose and microfiltration for cleaner air. That's also self-propelled.
Good night, sir.
Luxury cleaning. Hoover invented it.
Tuesday, a night of incredible finales. First, the beginning of the end for Gillespie and Tibbs. Disgraced, imprisoned, and on trial for their lives. The final heat. Then a millionaire is murdered by a conspiracy so powerful.
Former Secretary of State.
Exposing it could cost their lives. The dramatic season finale of Law & Order after the final heat. All new NBC Tuesday.
Dateline, Hollywood. Want to be a star? Watch out for this guy.
Character type people who are neither stunning nor handsome.
They're stage-struck hopefuls scammed out of stardom.
Anywhere between $8,000 to $10,000 is what I spend. For nothing.
It's sinful.
It is a huge scam. Star-struck victims ripped off.
Mr. Goldberg.
Dateline, NBC Tuesday.
From the drama viewers for quality television call the best comes the most explosive finale of the season. A cheating father caught in the act.
I saw you.
Accused by his own son.
Is that why you put Mom away?
And a woman's torn between the love of her family and the love of a man.
Will you marry me?
A must-see motion picture event. I'll Fly Away, NBC Friday.
From the author of Fatal Vision and Blind Faith.
We did arrest him for murder.
What would you do if they told you your own children killed your husband?
You don't have a shred of evidence.
What's that on your jeans? Is that blood?
That they tried to kill you.
Mom, I didn't do it.
I think what they had in mind was murder.
And they'll try to kill you again.
The boy is a time bomb waiting to go off.
Ed Asner.
What the hell did you let him out of here for?
Blythe Danner.
I am scared.
Based on the true story of one family's nightmare, Cruel Doubt premieres on NBC Sunday.
How much did your last doctor's bill set you back?
Understand? Come on in.
At this office, patients simply charge the visit to the Canadian government.
It's a little better. It's actually better than it was, but it's still not good enough.
This is national health insurance at work. But is unlimited access to low-cost health care too good to be true? It's a question that will affect our country's health care and your family's future. A Healthy Price. Tomorrow, only on King 5 News at 6:30.
For every point, for every rebound, Sean Kemp makes in the playoffs. See First will donate $100 to send kids to camp. It's part of a summer full of family events. See First's Jamming Summer.
Some small businesses need to be heard around the world. Introducing AT&T Partners in Business International, the calling plan with a choice. Get a discount to most any country if you make just a few short calls and faxes a month. Or take this choice. Pick the one country that's most important to your business and get an extra 10% discount. AT&T Partners in Business. Choices, because one size does not fit all. Call us.
With VCR Plus, anyone can program their VCR in one easy step.
Just punch in the plus code numbers from your TV listing. VCR Plus sets your VCR and cable box for you, so you'll never have to miss your favorite shows.
What in the world's that N up to now? I don't know what you're doing with that bowling ball.
Introducing the real deal. The $1.59 Breakfast Buddy Combo at Burger King. What? Sorry, Evander, but Burger King has the winning combination. A hot Breakfast Buddy sandwich with crispy hash browns and fresh coffee is now just $1.59. And a Breakfast Buddy with sausage is only 59 cents.
That's a good deal, but I'm the real deal.
Let's not fight about it. Smart move.
Your way, right away. Burger King now.
I think a Tic Tac's better than a Certs. It's only 1.5 calories and it freshens your breath just as well.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Well, let's see. I'm almost convinced.
Hey.
I'm convinced. I am.
For fun around here, me and the boys like to do something a little bit crazy. Put 2 kinds of cheese on the cheeseburger.
For a wild new taste, head to the store for 2 kinds of cheese and lean ground beef.
Cheddar and Munster. Crazy.
The NBC Monday Night Movie will return following these messages.
Mel Gibson, undercover and on the run. Goldie Hawn, the ex-lover who could blow his cover.
Add another felony to your list of crimes.
They're taking you on the ride of your life.
Since when did you start wearing underpants?
The network premiere, Bird on a Wire, next Monday, 8:30, 7:30 Central on NBC.
Tonight on King 5 News at 11.
It is late, but if you live in Bellevue and want to wash your car, you only have about 2 hours because at midnight, mandatory water restrictions will go into effect. A live report tonight on how high the fines could climb at 11. Tears of joy as a Seattle family is reunited by a rescue on the side of Oregon's Mount Hood. We'll have that emotional story. And how one man's campaign to get this music removed from libraries in Western Washington worked. But will the record ban last?
What's got into that cat? Friskies!
What was that?
Great tasting Friskies, filled with energy-producing nutrients to bring out the frisky in your cat.
Where'd he go? What's got into that cat? Friskies! Wow!
It's not a perfect world. Meetings could be shorter, bosses could be smarter, food could be a whole lot better, and heaven knows pantyhose could stand some improvement. Presenting the best no-nonsense ever. With a unique stay-flat waistband that doesn't roll down or bind. It's something other pantyhose just don't have. Pantyhose that do a little more. No nonsense. Beautifully put together.
When you get BP Super, you get more than our highest octane. Like all BP gasolines, you get the highest level of cleaning power for your engine, which is why we can guarantee our gasolines won't cause fuel system problems of any kind. Something you'll really appreciate during the spin cycle.
Seattle area Exxon stations are now BP. Over 40 new locations to serve you better.
You can win a trip for 2 to this year's exciting NBA Finals, courtesy of King 5's Evening and Taos Refreshing Aperitif. Watch the world's greatest athletes and top 2 teams battle for the coveted NBA Championship trophy. Your trip includes round-trip airfare for 2, hotel accommodations, ground transportation, and game tickets. Look for details and official entry forms on any Taos display at participating retailers. And watch King 5's Evening May 29th for the winner.
A return to the 70s, our forecast at 11.
Kindergarten Cop continues, starring Arnold Schwarzenegger and Penelope Ann Miller.
I live with my time. Progress, performance. Now for advanced defense against the appearance of wrinkles, I've discovered new Plenitude Advanced Wrinkle Defense Cream.
A discovery from L'Oreal. Advanced Wrinkle Defense Cream reduces the appearance of lines and wrinkles so skin looks noticeably smoother.
Today, my wrinkles appear reduced. With daily use, I defend against the signs of new lines tomorrow.
New Plenitude Advanced Wrinkle Defense Cream from L'Oreal to reduce the signs of aging.
Why did you switch to Suave Super Stick deodorant?
My kid's big game, and I was out of deodorant, so I used my son's Suave Super Stick.
Well, it couldn't have been any closer in the game or the stands. But my kid's team hung tough, and so did Suave. That's some powerful odor protection. And since I knew Suave cost less, I switched. Who'd have believed something that works so well could cost so little? Who'd have believed Panini?
Suave Super Stick Deodorant. So effective you won't believe the price.
She was summer. A breeze off the ocean. A day at the beach. A ray of pure sunshine. But I had to dump her. She didn't have HBO, because this summer HBO has a lineup so hot, so outrageous, so over the edge it transcends mere human companionship. Sounds crazy? Get HBO this summer and see for yourself.
In the 60s, it was tofu. In the 70s, it was nouvelle cuisine. In the 80s, it was sushi. Now I'm here to show you the food of the 90s. The 99-cent McDonald's breakfast burrito and the 99-cent McDonald's cheeseburger deluxe. Note the tomato, the crispy lettuce. It's all new for lunch or dinner. Hey, a 99-cent value all day. What you want is what you get at McDonald's. Today.
Now freshen your carpets with new Glade Carpet Potpourri for pet odors, with absorbent baking soda and a fresh new Glade Potpourri scent. New Glade Carpet Potpourri for pet odors.
Lots of margarines say they have a buttery taste, even when there's no butter in them. Kraft Touch-A-Butter spread has creamy, rich butter in it. Just a touch. Kraft Touch-A-Butter. A touch of real butter makes a real difference. It's NBC Double Wedding Thursday. First, at a special time, 8, 7 Central, Whitley gets married. Yes, married. The only question is, who? The different world of the decade. Then it's Woody's turn for a wedding in high cheer style. One problem.
I hate weddings.
I'm Cousin Monica.
Well, I'm Uncle Sam.
It's the funniest wedding ever.
Don't make me hit you. I don't feel good about this.
A different world in cheers. 2 one-hour specials, 2 wedding finales. NBC.
We had a lovely daughter. In 10 minutes, she was gone.
A 10-year-old girl loses her life in a bizarre and tragic accident.
Why weren't we warned that there was the possibility of our daughter being entrapped underwater?
A Kirkland family struggles to find out if their daughter's drowning could have been prevented.
The most difficult thing to take is not having her.
How safe is your hot tub? Evening, Tuesday at 7:30 on King 5.
For every point, for every rebound, Sean Kemp makes in the playoffs. See First will donate $100 to send kids to camp. It's part of a summer full of family events. See First's Jammin' Summer.
A car is a car. It won't make you handsome or prettier or younger, and if it improves your standing with the neighbors, then you live among snobs. A car is steel, electronics, rubber, plastic, and glass. A machine. And in the end, may the best machine win. Subaru. What to drive.
Doctors have prescribed Monistat for years. It's what I used whenever I had a yeast infection. But recently I've seen other products in the store, and I wanted to double check. My doctor said Monistat is still the right cure for me.
Trust the cure you know. Monistat 7.
We could spend all day here.
What if my diarrhea comes back?
You took my Imodium AD caplets.
Imodium AD caplets often work in one dose, unlike the old standby.
Ready?
Before the sun sets?
Imodium AD, the choice for one-dose relief.
Make sure your little baby gets all the nutrition he needs to grow up to be big and strong. Just like Daddy. Feed him Puppy Chow brand puppy food from Purina.
This is a tough business. Half of the time is spent cleaning. So you learn a few shortcuts. There's no secret formula for cleaning grease unless it's Formula 409. Nothing works harder and nothing works faster.
Formula 409, your secret formula for cutting grease.
It's Tommy Lasorda with a way to help you lose weight that's going to shake things up. Ultra Slim Fast Fruit Juice Mix.
Juice it up, lose
weight, feel great. Fix it with your favorite fruit juice. Juice it up, lose weight, feel great. It's a delicious, nutritious part of the Ultra Slim Fast plan. Juice it up, lose weight, feel great. Ultra Slim Fast Fruit Juice Mix. Give us a week, we'll take off your weight.
The NBC Monday Night Movie will return following these messages.
For 9 outrageous years, Night Court has made us laugh like never before. But Wednesday night, it all comes to an end.
Tonight on King 5 News at 11.
So a common mistake when people fall in the water is trying to swim for land or swim for another boat.
The deadly threat of Puget Sound's bone-chilling waters. Tonight, one Pierce County man is dead and a woman is struggling to recover. It all happened after a boat capsized. It's a high-tech game of catch, but the space shuttle astronauts keep missing the runaway satellite. We'll tell you if they'll try again. Now this.
Here you are in the checkout line.
That'll be $87.69.
And you don't have one.
Can I have some candy?
Well, just a second, Brian.
One of those Eubank check cards from U.S. Bank.
Sorry, how much do I write this for?
You could have avoided standing here writing a check.
Becky is not going to have one.
Can I see 2 pieces of ID, please?
You would have gotten a 1% cash bonus on everything you buy.
Mommy, we've been here a long
Don't touch that gum.
Most important, you could have gotten out of here by now.
Is this address current?
Everything's going to be fine.
Have you ever put anything on top of the car and forgotten about it? Tonight, the story of a bouncing baby boy. He's all right. We'll have the rest of that story, plus weather and sports, too. King 5 News, right here at 11.
Is it this one? Or is it this one? Could it be this one? Or this one? Experts say 1 in every 2 trucks on Western Washington roads has bad brakes. Even with good brakes, how long would it take a fully loaded truck to come to a full stop before hitting you? Find out what you should know about big rigs with bad brakes. Tuesday on King 5 News at 11. Because it might be this one.
When Justine was expecting a baby, she never expected to find hickeys on her man.
I needed some attention.
He says, well, yes, I have this little girlfriend, but you're still my woman. Be faithful to me.
So cheat when a lady's pregnant like that. You have to be slime, buddy. That's it.
I work hard. I work 2 jobs, support my family.
How did you squeeze in the 19-year-old bimbo working 2 jobs?
Pregnant women and their cheating men on the next Oprah.
Tuesday at 4 on King 5. Win an exciting trip for 2 to this year's NBA Finals. Look for official entry forms on any Taos display at participating retailers and watch King 5's evening May 29th for the winner.
Killer Hot Tubs, Tuesday on evening.
Kindergarten Cop continues, starring Arnold Schwarzenegger and Penelope Ann Miller.
Last year, Motor Trend's top 10 list of best buys named Dodge Shadow ES the best American econosport, Dodge Spirit RT the best American sports sedan, and Dodge Caravan the best American minivan. But now that this year's Motor Trend list is out, the picture has changed slightly.
Get up to $1,500 cash back on select cars during the Dodge Dare to Compare Challenge.
AT&T Reach Out America customers will soon hear 40% more laughter. Their memories will be 40% brighter. And their smiles will be 40% warmer. Because calls made from 5 to 10 p.m. on your June bill will be 40% less than AT&T standard rates for customers with an evening discount. 40% off on calls to everyone. And 40% less means 40% more to share.
What more could you ask for in a 1.5-inch thick steak that cooks up tender and juicy? How about less? Pork, the other white meat.
Good morning, birthday girl.
Don't remind me. I hope no one finds out.
It's our secret.
Introducing Pond's Foaming Cleanser and Toner in one. It deep cleans and helps tighten pores to bring out your natural radiance.
And this birthday wish goes out to Deborah Palmer from a secret admirer.
You are so beautiful to me.
Pond's, it brings out your natural radiance.
What got into that cat?
Great tasting Friskies, filled with energy-producing nutrients to bring out the frisky in your cat.
What got into that cat?
The #1 book in America today is about to become the motion picture of the year.
My husband may be dying, and I may be dying too.
My parents have been beaten and stabbed.
A father murdered.
This guy was clubbed and stabbed in his own bed.
A mother left for dead.
Who in the world would want us?
The closer she comes to the truth,
What I want is to find who killed my husband.
There is something really weird about that kid.
the more frightened she'll become.
I want to know all there is to know.
Did a mother and father become the victims?
That on your jeans, is that blood?
Of their own children?
He planned to kill his own mother. Chris had nothing to do with this.
The truth. From the author of Fatal Vision and Blind Faith comes a psychological thriller based on a family crime that haunted every American newspaper.
This is where we put the cops on him and take him away.
You gotta do something or I'll do it myself.
I know that you are innocent.
Blythe Danner, Ed Asner, Dennis Farina.
May God forgive you.
The cruelest fact of all, it really happened. Cruel Doubt, NBC Sunday.
Between yesterday and tomorrow.
They are the Native Americans of Puget Sound.
Between hope and despair.
A people who lost their land, their identity, their self-esteem.
Between survival and extinction.
Now in a unique glimpse, King 5's Jim Compton takes you where few have been.
Two futures.
To show you how many are struggling to find that identity.
Two paths.
To overcome the problems of a people caught between two worlds. Tomorrow on King 5 News at 5.
Out for Olympic gold by inches in LA. 4 years later, when he didn't even make the Olympic team in the event he holds the world record, he retired. After his mother's death last summer, Pablo Morales, at the age of 27, decided to give his Olympic dream one last chance. With his father clutching his late mother's photo, Morales miraculously made the 92 team. Pablo Morales, one to watch during the Summer Olympics on NBC.